Hi, everyone. This is a really quick hack that I have for Go High Level that I use when I don't understand a tutorial or I'm trying to learn something on Go High Level. Uh, this is a Google's AI Studios. I'll have the link in the description. You're going to need a Google account. It is free as long as you have a Google account. Once you log in, what you're going to want to do is go to stream real time. And the feature we're going to be looking at is this one right here. It's the share your screen. Um, One of the things that on the models that you want to pay attention to is that it's using Gemini 2.0 Flash. That's the newest version and it is free. You could change the voice like right here. We're not gonna mess with any of that. You could jump in and play around with it. Let's go into the use cases for this using Go High Level. I use it to understand like workflows. So here we go. First thing you want to do is log in and share your screen with the AI. And share.
Okay, it sounds like you're about to share something. Is there anything you would like me to do with it?
Can you see this workflow? I'm using Go High Level CRM. Can you see it? I need you to explain certain things to me.
Yes, I can see the workflow. It appears to be a customer relationship management or CRM workflow builder. Can you specify what you would like me to explain?
Okay, this is the workflow for an agent or a bot. Now, what I don't understand is that there's a bunch of triggers here. Can you give me a brief explanation what triggers do?
Sure, this workflow can be used by either a human agent or a bot. The triggers you see are different actions or events that can start the automation. For example, a customer replying by email or SMS, or replying via social media or a chat widget can start the automation. Then actions like adding AI processing or removing a follow-up tag will be taken. Does that make sense?
It does. Can you explain though, if a person starts the conversation, if the visitor starts the conversation with a widget, the chat widget, and then they stop and a day later they come back, but pick up the conversation with the Facebook widget. Is that tracked?
Okay, let me clarify. If a person starts a conversation with a chat widget and then stops, and then later, maybe a day later, picks up the conversation using a Facebook widget, you're asking if that continuation would be tracked as part of the same interaction. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Based on the triggers in the workflow, if the visitor uses the chat widget, then stops, then comes back through Facebook, it would be tracked as two separate interactions. The workflow triggers only when the user replies through a specific channel, not based on the user ID. So the conversation using the Facebook widget would start a new workflow instance. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Okay, so what if the person plugs in their information before they start the conversation? Is it tracked that way?
Okay, you're asking if the workflow would track a person plugging in their information before starting a conversation. If they fill out a form or input information before starting the conversation, that information wouldn't trigger the workflow directly, as there is no trigger for that. However, depending on how you use Go High Level, you could set it up so that filling the form triggers the workflow if it's configured that way. Would you like me to elaborate on how to configure that trigger?
No. Can you go through the process of this workflow just at the beginning? Okay, the conversation starts with the trigger, Facebook trigger. And then they go, let's say, down to the booking, right?
Okay, let's walk through the beginning of the workflow. The conversation starts when a customer replies to a Facebook trigger. Then the workflow adds AI processing and removes a follow-up tag. After that, the process moves to the booked decision point. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Can you explain to me on their booking bot, what is the update field?
Certainly. Under the booked decision point, the workflow branches based on whether or not the customer booked an appointment. If the customer did book, the workflow will go down one of two different paths, either reschedule bot or no booking path post booking. If the customer did not book, the workflow goes to booking bot or bot off. Each of those four paths have an update fields action. The update fields action allows you to modify the customer's information in your CRM. This might include things like changing a status, updating a specific field, or storing specific data. Does this explanation make sense?
Yes, thank you. I just changed my screen. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see your new screen. It looks like you're on the workflows page within your CRM platform. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Yeah, I need, can you explain to me in the conversations over here? What could I do with the conversations?
Okay, you're now on the conversations page. From here, you can view past messages with your contacts and even send new messages. Could you tell me what you want to do with these conversations specifically?
I don't want to do anything. I don't understand Go High Level and I'm just trying to learn it.
Okay, it sounds like you're just exploring the platform and trying to learn how it works. The conversation section is where you manage all of your communication with contacts through various channels like chat, SES, AMS, email, or social media. You can see the history of interactions and engage in live conversations too. Is there anything specific you'd like to understand about this area right now?
No, what about this membership area?
Okay, now you're looking at the memberships area. This section is used to manage client portals, courses, communities, and certificates you might offer. It's where you can create a space for your customers to interact with your content and each other. Is there anything specific you'd like to know about this section?
No, thank you. That is all. I'll come back. Maybe we could go back to the workflows later, or you could walk me through some of these other things. As you can see, the use case for this is just ridiculous. Obviously it's a little glitchy, it's still in beta, but you can do a lot. You can do a lot with this. This is just scratching the surface. Like I said, if you're having issues understanding anything, if you're having issues just with Go High Level, I have a lot of issues, and I'm about to get into using like AI ads, like AI to run my ads. And that's like a whole other thing to learn. Just to run my business, there's like so many steps and so many levels that you have to keep track and you have to learn. And a lot of times I'll learn something today and I'll forget it in a week. And then I gotta go back and watch a tutor video all over again and start all over again. And it's just a whole thing. With this tool, and think about it, this is the worst. This is the worst that this is going to be. It's the worst that it's going to be. It's just going to get better from here. I would jump on this now. I would start learning how to use AI tools. I would start learning how to make money with this stuff. You want a real use case on how you could use AI to make a living? This is it. You could be at your job and not understand something and go through this and learn it in a day, or at least learn what you need to know. I would be leery about putting private information in here. Like I wouldn't put like your company's finances or, sensitive information and try to run it that way. But if you have a good idea of what you need and even if you have a tutor video to go along with this that you could ask it questions. I think the use cases are up to your imagination. So I hope this helped you out. I hope it was, good for you. Stay tuned. I got more stuff coming along that I use that help me out a lot. Have a good day, guys. Be safe and be careful.